What's up? What's up? What's poppin'? Hey, it's NateDoggSac916 coming at you live from Sacramento. Hey, man, y'all know what it is, man. Hit that like, that subscribe, and that notification bell, man, if you want to keep catching this content, man. And if you got something to say, hit me in the comments below. Hey, y'all know about the coaching calls, man. Hit the link, man. Go to the email at asknatedog916.com at gmail.com. Also, you can hit the link for the Patreon for the Working Out with Nate videos. You can always, if you want to support the channel, it's all in the links, man. I appreciate any support. I appreciate any help. I don't need it, but my time is valuable for what I've been informed and from what you viewers have said. You believe that I should be rewarded for the things, the jewels that I give. So, hey, if you feel like I should be rewarded, handle your business. So today, I got another war story for you. Prison war stories. I think I've told this story on an interview before, but I'm gonna give it direct for the people who haven't heard it. I was doing a shoe for battery on an inmate. I was in Corcoran shoe in 2000. The year was 2000. And I'm in a cell with a dude. I ain't even gonna say his name, but yeah, he know who he is. But we chilling. They say, Jackson, you want a haircut? I'm like, yeah, I want a haircut, right? And basically in the shoe, you just balding your shit, right? I'm like, yeah. So they take you to the cage, right? They put me in the cage, right? The haircutting cage, not the whole cage, right? So the dude puts me in the cage, right? I'm not paying attention to him, so I shave my shit, right? Come back and look, and I see that the gauge ain't locked, right? I'm like, hey, man, why is you playing, man? Right? He like, what? I said, don't play with me, man. Why you ain't lock the fucking cage, man? He like, it is locked. Like, yeah, whatever, fucking clowns, man. Just take me back to my cage, man, my cell, man. So he said, oh, you got a real big mouth. I'm like, man, look, man. I ain't trying to hear none of that, man. Whatever you talking about, it is what it is, man. You know what I mean? It's that simple, you know? You're like, oh, yeah, we gonna see, right? At this time, this is like the end, the later part of the Fed's investigation of people setting up fights in this prison, right? So he put me back in the cell, right? And I'm sitting in the cell and I'm chilling. I got my shoes on. I'm telling my cellie, hey, man, it might go down, right? He like, what? I was like, man, I don't trust this pig, man, and he mad right now, right? He like, what happened? I'm like, I had little words with him out there. So I'm young, give a fuck, right? So I'm looking out the window. I'm standing kind of back in the shadow, right? I'm watching him and I see him, right? I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, he finna pop me out, right? And I hear a door open, right? And I see like the reflection in the window, right? And I see it's a Sureño cell, right? I'm like, he finna set up a fight. I'm like, I bet. I was like, get ready, man. They finna pop this door, bruh. Before you knew it, they popped the door. Pop. As soon as they pop the door, I pop out, right? And I look down and I see a, smaller Sureño dude. And as soon as he seen me, he eyes got big and he tucked in and started running down my way, right? I meet him halfway, right? Boom, 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 right? Drop him, right? Boom. I drop him. I'm not thinking to look back for my celly, right? Drop him. So I go down to see where his celly at, right? His celly's still in the cell. I'm like, all right, bro, come on. Come on, man. He's like, hey, no, man, watch out, man. I'm like, hey, nah, man, hey, they gonna get you if you don't come out, man. Come on, man. So he run out, right? He try to rush me, whatever, we doing our thing. I'm beating him, I'm whooping him. I ain't gonna lie. And then the celly jump up. I'll run back over there. Boom, bah. Then they shoot the block. Bah, get on the ground. I'm like, okay, so I back all the way up to my cell. They like, Jackson, stop moving. So the Sureños, they go back in their cell, right? They back away and go in their cell. And then I get down on the ground. They cuff me up. And I'm like, really? What was y'all trying to do with that, man? Like, no disrespect to those two dudes, but they was like it took both of them to equal me. Just as far as size was concerned, man. I was almost 200 pounds. They was like 90 pounds each. Like, what was they really supposed to do out. They didn't even have no weapons, you know. So it was like, all right. So, I'm like, put me back in my cell. They come in, cuff me up, put me in the cage. I'm like, put me back in my cell, man. I just want to go back in my cell. They like, yeah, hold on, man. Sergeant comes in. Sergeant says, what happened? I said, I don't know what happened, man. I don't know what happened. He said, did you pop your cuffs? I said, I don't know what happened, man. I don't know what happened. That's what happened. He's like, all right, well, where's your cellie at? Oh, he's in the cell. You guys put him back in the cell? Floor officer was like, nah, he never came out the cell. Sergeant says, what? He says he never come out the cell, and this is how you can tell a seasoned officer, right? Officer said, he never came out the cell. He's like, no, sir. He like, you can't put him back in the cell with him then. I'm sitting back, I'm like, nah, man. He's like, what? Nah, watch this, Sergeant. The floor officer walks over. Hey, Jackson, what? He said, you have a problem with your cellie? Nah, man, that's my cellie. Why would I have a problem with my cellie, man? We've been in this cell together for like 3 weeks. Just see, Sarge? He said, you guys are slow, man. Sarge was like, you guys are slow, man. That dude gonna do something to that dude if you put him back in there with him. I planned to. I wanted to. So they go, and they take him out the cell. They walking by, and I'm looking at him in his eyes, and I'm like, you know who I am. Excuse me. And I knew I'd probably never see this dude again, but I wanted to so bad. But that's just, a little short story about how the police tried to set me up to get assaulted while I was incarcerated, man. Y'all have a good one. Stay loyal, man.